That's what I was worrying about for Aaron and I to go over Como was I thought it was going to be like that at the top and we'd have to ride through it.
Ride on, Jim. Let your spirit be free. With the wind at your back and the whole
I told you I knew where I was.
Let your heart be your guide. In the depths of the thunder, it's your rant and your ride.
Alrighty, so we are taking a nice easy ride up Mount Como. The plan is to go to the top and a little bit down the backside. I'm pretty sure I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure, you know, there's a little bit of dusting on the sunny side, and the backside had more dusting on it, more snow. In the valley, Smith Valley, Aaron and I went through didn't go through it, went around some mud puddles. The dry lake bed was full of water. So the reason for this trip is Aaron wanted to come over from Smith Valley, come over Mount Como. And I told him, no, I don't want to do that because I believe there was going to be lots of mud. And I could be wrong. I mean, you know, it hasn't rained that much. Snowed a little bit, but I still think there's going to be a mud field at the top. There always is during winter, but depending on, like I said, we haven't had that much rain and stuff, but so it's probably not that bad. I don't have sill savers on my Husqvarna. And it already has a leaky fork seal, so does this bike. And that's from riding in mud, you know, getting mud on the forks, and then it gets stuck under the seal. Sometimes it cuts the seal, and then it just leaks oil all the time. I cleaned this one out today, and we'll see if it leaks on this trip, but you know, my Husky seeps oil out of the seal, and I didn't want to ride through mud unless I had to. You know, I got to get some seal savers for it. Then I won't mind, you know, getting a little bit of mud on it, but I haven't been up here on the e-bike or the motorcycle since the race, you know, so they come down Como. It's not like they had tear it up coming down as much as they had tear it up going up. So I don't expect it to be all tore up from them going down it, but we'll see. So I'm going to turn this off right now because you don't really need to see this part. You know, lots of rocks in the road, so I will not be going very fast up this road because I lowered the front tire pressure for Aaron, and that means, you know, you can ding your rims up easier. Alrighty. Okay, just a little bit of, you know, videotape for you. You know, this road is first and second gear all the way up, very slow, and it has beat the dog since the race. I didn't know if it would be from the vehicles coming down it, but yeah, it's toward a snot, and big rocks sticking out of the road and loose rocks all over the road. So right, and it's only half as bad going up. You know, coming down, your front end can roll out from under you. So Aaron, this is for you, buddy. I think I made the right choice. No, we're not going over Como. I mean, this is only second to El Dorado Canyon, right? El Dorado Canyon's rough, but it's not really a road. I mean, yes, there's road in there, but, you know, a lot of it is you're just in the creek bed. I mean, this is just kind of creeping along, you know. And everybody knows, you know, it's worse than it looks on video. Video smooths everything out. Wow, that was loose. That was loose. Okay, well, so you can see, you know, this is usually a bad area for mud. When we used to come Christmas tree hunting up here all the time, I did it for like 15 to 20 years, came up here to get Christmas trees, and all kinds of people would be stuck in that ditch right there. This would all be mud, and so this is a good sign. This isn't mud. But it's been wet up here. So actually, I would say the road's a little more torn up than even I thought it would be, you know, because the vehicles going down the road, I didn't think they'd tear it up as bad as if you were racing up the road, but But it's pretty tore up. I mean, lots of rocks sticking out and a lot of loose rocks just laying all over the top. So the good thing is, so far, you know, there hasn't been any mud puddles. So I could be wrong about the mud, but I still feel good about not coming this way because of the rocks. Yeah. All right. Okay, so on the top right here, you know, I think it's looking a little better than I expected, but the mud area is right down that road. And we'll go check that out. But, yeah, actually, you know, this part, upper part, looks better than I expected. Okay, so far, I'm wrong about the mud, so there wasn't as much mud as I expected. So we haven't got as much water up here as I thought. But the rocks, you know, going down into Dayton, those were bad. I want to kind of say a little bit worse than I expected. Because the race vehicles were going downhill, not coming up that, but it was still churned up really bad. So, yeah, I mean, you could just kind of ease yourself along, but that's all I did coming up. I don't want to be eating rocks today, but even when you're eking along, you can eat rocks, so. So, Aaron, I was wrong about the mud, how much mud there'd be. But the rocks going down into Dayton were worse than I thought they would be. So, I don't know. I still feel good about not going over Como. But, this whole road, as soon as we get some snowstorms and stuff, this is going to be a mud hole coming up from here up to the top. And right there close to the top is solid mud hole. It's the kind of mud hole you see monster trucks trying to go through. Alrighty, well, I guess I'll turn it back on if I find some actual mud. Well, really, on the backside of Como here, I haven't been on this road for a couple years, probably. It's probably been about 2 years. Last time I came up here on Miss Eldorado, this bike, I came up here with the roommate. He was on his KTM 2-stroke. And, I'm not sure what it was like on your quad, Aaron, but pretty sure it wasn't like this. Could have been, but I don't know if I want to say the first time, but, your first time out on my bike, yeah. And me on my Husqvarna didn't really want to come up this, and not knowing if there was mud at the top. Because I didn't want to play in the mud. But, this is about what I imagined this part would be. I just was a little bit surprised the downside of Como going into Dayton was as bad as it was. I expected this to be bad because this is what they raced up. Yeah. Yes, sir. I mean, this road is okay to do once a year. You know, I mean, El Dorado Canyons like this are worse, right? But it's only 12 miles, not 30 miles. I don't know if this road's 30 miles. It probably isn't, but I think in my video list, I've got a really old video that's like 15 years old, maybe 17 years old, coming up this road. I've got it on my video list, but you know, of course, the camera quality is horrible. It's horrible. And there's music to the video. I didn't talk into the cameras back then because you know, the camera's way out on the side of my head, so. Rock you, baby, rock me, baby. Oh, yeah. And some rides I did in days gone past, that could be pretty deep. The water would go through there, and it'd be kind of a drop off, and you'd have to go up the other side. Here's some mud. That's what I was expecting all across the road at the top. Yeah, it's kind of unusual. It's down here in the valley and not at the top, but that's what I was worrying about for Aaron and I to go over Como was I thought it was going to be like that at the top and we'd have to ride through it. So other than rocky, it's been okay with mud so far. See, and they haul down this stuff on those, you know, on the trophy trucks and the racing UTVs. They go down this like 50, 60 miles an hour. I'm like, yeah, I don't know how they just don't blow their tires out. And not skating all over the place and just going off in the weeds and hitting some nasty rocks. Wow, dirt. I'm on dirt. Woo! Oh my goodness. Hey, let's go over Como today. No! Yeah, you think your butt was sore from the Yarrington ride? Malcolm, yeah. Yeah, I think I've gotten into third a couple times, just coasting like this, not really giving it any gas. And a rocky uphill. Wow. I can see Smith Valley now. I can see clearly now. So one of these roads, we used to come down from the top, and they closed it up. The ranchers closed it up. But you were riding down kind of through a creek bed. I think it was back there. It's overgrown now, but it was technical, kind of fun. Pretty close to the border of my technical ability. There it is, right there. Alrighty, that's coming down from Como. Hallelujah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cuckoo. On right there to the right. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, dry lake bed isn't dry. Right, so you could ride out there, you see tire tracks, but, yeah, that's deceiving. So you could ride right out there and sink your bike right up to the seat. Yeah, it'll sink. Alright, looks like it wants to invite you to go play, but nah. You probably can't ride across that very far. That's what cars do all the time, right? They go out and go, oh, let's drive on the dry lake bed. And then, yeah, they're not driving anywhere anymore. Okie doke. Yeah, okay. Rocks. Woo! I mean, I really don't know how much I talked today. I don't feel like I talked at all. I'm distracted last couple of days. Here's one of my ongoing rants. You know, you don't have to look very far, right? Alcohol bottles laying all over the ground. We live in a world of alcoholics. What's up with this? And this is a rest stop, right? So you know they're drinking and driving. Okay. I got another rant, though, since I haven't been ranting. You know, just to use the restroom. It's so cumbersome in motorcycle gear. It's like you don't want to take everything off, but really, to get her done right, you need to take off your helmet, take off your jacket, take off your backpack. Otherwise, it's like a wrestling match with Jell-O. Swear. Alright, that's my rant. Anyway, we're at Buckland Station. Head down Fort Churchill, and that's my ride. Please watch, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.